All right, welcome to Creative Crits. My name is Dominic Ireland. I'll be GMing our session here for Midnight Hastening, the Tower of Sladvena the Mad. And as always, I do want to reach out and thank all of our sponsors. Today we have C4 Labs, who are providing our beautiful dice rolling trays today. We've got Dungeon Craft, who is going to be providing our game mats for this session, as well as sponsoring us throughout the show there. We've got our Oakley's Nerd Nook over here. Not those guys. And we've got Game Board. And we also have our giveaway today is sponsored by Mithril Armory. They'll be providing our tin D20s. They're D20s made of tin that you can assemble, and we'll be handing those out at the end of the session to those of our lovely audience who stick around. So, all right. And tonight we have assembled a group of dark vampire hunters who also have a little bit of a side hustle. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hello, Crescent Peak! We're here to defend your meek! We are Final Nap! Woo!
Wait, Crystal Peak. No, is it Cathedral Peak?
Wait, no.
No, we go the wrong. I mean,
The hour grows late in the city of Crescent Peak. Crescent Peak.
Right. Okay,
Crescent.
good.
Yeah, Crescent Peak.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. The mad vampire Sladvena has discovered a way to bring the entire town under thrall, unless our band of daring vampire hunters can bring him to heel. High atop his tower, the lights flicker. Can you make it to him by midnight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe.
well,
I mean, we've done it before.
I don't know how much they're hastening towards me.
I need everybody to make a quick DC history check, please.
Oh no.
Right.
That's not gonna go to this party.
No.
Oh,
That's a 5. That's a 17.
17?
A natural 17.
All right.
18.
18?
What am I doing now?
History check.
History. Yeah, right. So negative support 15.
15, all right.
Right.
So I believe the highest we got was an 18 here?
Yeah.
So you remember there was specifically a patent that was developed by an individual that was brought to you. If you'd like to introduce yourself. Oh, no, sorry. We're going to go through and introduce the band here, and then we'll get to you last year. So.
Oh no, we don't start with me.
Where are we starting with?
I mean,
paper, scissors?
God, sticks.
Right.
Okay.
Well, on lead axe, I am Stigfried Abigail Blasingame Floudsome the Fourth. Stig.
Right.
And lead axe for this group.
Rocking out.
And with me is...
No, I'm Nigel. I'm lead axe.
Oh.
You're...
No.
No, that's not how that works. Nigel.
No.
Nigel. Okay.
I listen to the axe though. It's like, when it goes, it's
Well, you're not swinging it yet.
but if I were, we'd just, it's forever.
Well, it's true. Fair.
We'll bring it over to the...
Oh yeah, I'm not first, but I'm before him. I'm Lev Bangstick, and ironically, I'm the stick man. Yeah.
That's not wrong because you actually.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
I do follow you because
They don't tell you which side of the stake you got to use, so I just go for it.
And you can't really repeat his results. If they're dead, they're dead. Well, undead and then dead again.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
My name is Elias Cole. I've been contracted by the agency representing Final Nap to institute some process improvements after several years of disappointing revenues. I am a certified public accountant, an attorney, and a warlock specializing in infernal contract law.
And an absolute turd.
Yeah. Mostly had to deal with the fact that they were killing like 90% of their audience, right? Literally, like killing them.
Well,
Business process improvements.
Okay.
Just the last one wasn't a vampire. That was really a problem.
Right.
Well,
Anyway, you remember specifically one of the individuals who they almost killed last gig did tell you about having worked at this tower at one point. He was filing a claim due to Sladvena almost murdering him, and he was detailing in his escape there was a specific secret entrance that was dug into the wall of one of the main bathrooms. And it actually leads through the sewers into the tower. It might save some time to try and get up to the top there.
It is a massive workers' comp violation.
Yes, it is. If it
This guy's here putting a tunnel into a privy. I mean, besides Stig, who does that? And that was really only once when he was in college.
Right.
He went to university, as they say.
And that would have worked had you not stopped me entirely. I mean, we had the water levels right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It was close.
So your choice, if you want to go ahead and divulge this information to the group.
Gentlemen, I believe we have an alternate route.
Oh.
Well, you'll see about it when you get there.
I'm sure we will.
As long as we find it.
You follow your lawyer around the back of the castle to a manhole, which, ironically enough, would institute its own workers' comp violation if handled inappropriately. You do, however, have the right contractor on the job who is able to lift the manhole cover safely, guide you down into the sewers to the large shaft that drains down and leads you to the 3rd floor. As you climb the shaft, I'd like everybody to please roll me either acrobatics or athletics checks, whichever is your strongest suit.
I've been athletic once.
17.
17.
24.
Woo!
10.
10? All right. So as you're climbing up, your lawyer begins to slip a little bit. However, thankfully he is not dead last here. We do have our lovely barded in.
Don't worry about your gate. You just got to put your foot on the rung, yeah?
Oh,
You don't have wings on this side. You can't just like,
thank you.
You are not.
I appreciate it.
You are not
Yeah,
heavy.
No, I'm not. No. Not a heavy
So
man.
thankfully all of you get up to the top of the shaft without any issues. You remove the extremely heavy grates and slip into a dark room. It is completely dark, made of carved stone, and is completely empty except for a noose that hangs neck height from a catwalk that spans between the north and south walls. It dangles conspicuously above the grate in the floor that has led you to this room from the sewer system.
I believe that's what they call interior design.
or at least a conversation piece. I mean, otherwise you've just got a black room.
That's
And
right.
it's like, what else can you do with that? It's nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's just black. It's just like none more black and then a noose. So now you have something. And look, we're conversing. So it's working.
It is working. We're talking about
It's a working conversation piece. I mean, it doesn't talk. Or does it? Can you get it to talk?
Well, no.
Would you like me to find out?
Well, no, I was just saying if it did.
Maybe you should see if it works.
What, the news?
The news.
We didn't bring a halfling for that.
No, the lawyer.
Oh.
We want to bring. Well, the lawyer didn't bring a halfling either.
Oh.
I believe he's suggesting that I hang myself.
Well, who's going to handle all the money bits?
At this point,
Stick
an
can't
ambient
count.
voice fills the chamber. You dare sneak into my tower? I graciously left the front door open. How dare you? How dare you?
I believe we've angered
Wow.
the disembodied voice.
That is like all the drama, isn't it?
I know, it's a bit on the nose.
I mean, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it dialed back a bit. I mean,
Well, it's silly, but we're fine on that. And we're actually England's loudest vampire hunters, so I'm not sure we snuck into anything.
No.
really, no. We made a lot of noise coming here.
And places we
would
didn't
not
even
settle
go to knew
in
we were
any
here.
way.
You did announce yourself.
Yes. We sent out flyers. Publicity guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on the main objective here, if Sladvena does enthrall the town, your audience is going to be zombies. No noise whatsoever.
Oh, we're gonna sell millions. It's a good bet. Zombies are too dumb to say no.
They also don't
They
buy
also make
tickets.
really, really poor audiences.
Yeah, there's that.
It's like that
Yeah.
phrase, a 50 of one, a dozen and a half of the other. We could work with it.
You still can't count.
No, I
Right.
never said I could.
No, analogy's lost.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
let's go kill a vampire.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's what we're here. Rock and roll. Woo!
Yeah. Let's do this.
All right. So I would like everybody to go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
I had one of those once. Not today.
17.
19.
See, I do the catching, you do the looking. It
Yeah,
works.
as always, the lawyer seems to be on point here with a nat 20.
Nice.
You do notice there's something scrawled above you on the catwalk. You can't read it from here, but there is, in fact, one door to this room that is apparently leading upwards, which makes sense since that's where you're headed.
Looks like that's where we're headed.
All right.
All right.
You point towards the door?
Yeah.
The ceiling.
You all have seniority.
All right then. Let's take the door.
All right. So who is approaching the door first?
What?
All right. So as you approach the door, what are you doing?
I'm going to walk up to the door, and I'm going to kick it in.
You're going to kick it in?
Wait.
What?
I've got a key, and I'm going to place the key right up where he's going to kick it.
Right. I'm going to aim for the key as I kick the door.
Excellent. All right.
Wait, maybe somebody safe ought to hold it.
So you kick the door. What's your AC?
Is with shield or without?
We'll see with shield.
19.
19. Okay, that is a 28 to hit.
Ah.
So instead, you kick the door, and you find that the door disintegrates. Not only did you kick the door in, you completely disintegrated it, except it took your foot with it.
Whoa!
You fall forward, taking 11 crushing damage as it pulls you downwards.
Oh.
You know, that's a good way of keeping people from wrecking hotel rooms.
Yeah. And you fall into
You did that.
the next room. However, you three just saw your friend kick in a door and get sucked into the floor.
Not his worst fall from grace.
Not by far.
Not by far.
What are you guys up to?
I'm gonna follow after him.
Yeah. I mean,
Jumping in?
well, that's probably the way to the stage then. I mean, Stig's got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's got a stage door.
Unless you did this.
I wish. I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's a place I could tie off a rope.
There is another rope that is attached to the catwalk above you.
Yeah, let's see if we can drop that down and lift our friends out here.
Hey guys, I found a rope. I'm gonna take it down now.
It's all, and I'll tie a rope to myself.
All right.
And back to myself.
So we got the monk, and we've got our pally-bard tying off and jumping into the sand. Do you stay behind?
I believe I might.
Okay. So you both also take 12 for you, monk,
That's terrible.
and 7 for you, and crushing damage as you are also sucked down into this pit. The rope pulls taut and holds tight. Thankfully, you guys are tethered, and you see rolling down after you your two bandmates.
Oh.
The lawyers have them conspicuously missing. But, they're there, and they seem to be tethered back up to the room that you fell into.
Well, that seemed incredibly loyal of them. At least they thought this one through with ropes.
Oh no, I tied
not
the
like
rope
that
to
thing with the
myself.
hinges.
It's actually not tethered up to that. I mean, I forgot
found
that
this
part.
rope.
Oh.
There.
I mean, I tied it off there.
It was like in the hole.
As you enter the room, a simple fireplace sits against the wall. Several pieces of rotting wood are scattered throughout, as well as a heavy concentration of sand from, apparently, the trap that you fell into. You hear a faint crying from the east side of the room.
Oh, this is my job.
Right.
Yeah, this is my job. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go check that out.
You said there was someone crying.
I think so. Yeah.
They probably heard Stig's solo album.
Oh, no.
That's what that one was. I mean, it was an experimental piece.
It was fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't have music or percussion. It was just a spoken word piece. It was him saying one word for like 4 hours.
It worked.
It meant a lot to me when I was a teenager.
Can I hear them talking?
It was a huge
You
hit
can
with
hear a
half orcs and the
very, very
disabled.
faint argument.
Okay,
coming from
yeah,
the
no,
other
that
room.
means they're fine. I'm gonna start looking.
They're quiet. That's dastardly.
All right. So yes, a faint crying from the opposite side. Of the
Yeah, I'd
room.
like to go towards that. Yeah, that's me.
I'd like to make sure my boot's okay.
All right. Go ahead and
You got it right, Anthony.
see here.
Since I went and took damage.
So as you cross the room from one side to the other, you do unfortunately fail to notice the splattering of blood that coats the floor from the east side of the room to the west side here.
Well, that's not my fault. They should put up a sign.
Yeah, look, where's the placard?
Seriously.
Get it down your sweat spot. It's like a slick
With
Don't we have a
place.
lawyer for this?
See,
We do.
see
Yeah,
here.
right here.
Litigate the heck out of this.
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
14 does not hit. You narrowly dodge out of the way as a giant guillotine blade swings from one side of the room to the other,
Oh,
swinging from the east side of the room to the west side.
I
There.
got a little dizzy for a second and then just kind of backed up and then it was crazy.
Oh, did you make it do that? Could you do it again?
Yeah,
Let me
no,
try
we
again.
need to.
Yep.
No.
You know it's there now.
No.
So thankfully you are able to avoid the guillotine trap moving forward.
I want one
There
of those.
is the individual that does appear to be crying at the other end of the room.
Well, maybe
What do they
two
look
of
like?
them.
Well, as you approach them,
Get them down.
Put it on the list.
the small figure that is huddled at the end doesn't seem to appreciate being disrupted. It looms largely over you. A 7-foot tall vampire spawn now attacks all of you. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh,
Listen, you were the one crying in a room by yourself.
right.
Well, it's because he was by himself.
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start off with the highest rolls first, 25 to 20. I believe that would be
20, yeah.
20, so I'll go ahead and take your token here.
Oh, good.
All right, and whereabouts on the map would you like to be? The bad guy is over here.
And
on
where's
the
this guillotine trap?
the guillotine trap is falling across here. So you guys entered from
Okay, so I'm gonna.
my side of the room. You're heading towards.
I'll be.
the side
I
of
mean,
the room.
like I was at the guillotine trap, so I'll be
Yep.
1 square forward from
One
that.
square forward. Okay, so just kitty corner from him.
Yep.
All right, and that'll be our monk here is first. So
Sometimes last in, first out. First in, last
There you
out,
go.
something like that.
Well, as soon as you know now there's a globular.
So, as you approach, it swings around and it's going to take a free swipe at you, having surprised you.
I mean, did it really surprise him?
It
I mean, it's
did.
a crying thing in the middle of the room.
Now,
Indeed.
if the guillotine went up from the floor, now that would be a surprise, but it
So-
came from the ceiling. That's true.
That is going to be.
We want one going from the floor.
So does it? 10 does not hit.
10 does not hit me.
So as it swings back at you, trying to rake across your chest, you dodge back. That is its turn. It is now your turn.
That's not how you give a high five, mate. This is how you give a high five. Smack him.
All right, go ahead and roll a hit.
That is a natural 20.
Unnatural 20. All right.
You have to do the hand gesture with it. Oh, hand gesture.
Definitely hits.
Oh yeah. That is 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Ouch. All right.
And yeah, I'm gonna. He doesn't seem to have gotten it, so I'm gonna just go at it again and give him
Alright.
another one with the other hand.
Go ahead.
That is a 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, that's way less damage. That's 6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
Listen, it's hard to give a good high five every time.
Noted.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, well, after you can do the first one.
What's the point? That's
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not a high 10.
I should have stopped with the first one. I'll take the note. I'll
But
take
I
the
mean,
note.
no, there was a follow-up. You know, it was like an echo.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So it's always
that
weaker than
brings
the first
us
one.
Around to
I got you.
Stig.
What?
Where are you going to go ahead and put your token in?
Yeah, I gotta back up my drummer. He laid down the beat.
All right.
So, if I can, right next to him.
Right next to him.
Or actually, can I get around and flank the other thing? The
Uh,
opposite side of it.
I would say yeah, absolutely. You got enough movement.
All right.
So you're pressed up against the wall here to flank it, but
That's all right.
you are pincering it, which does give you advantage on your attack.
You are. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut in here as I lay it into my battle axe.
Go for it. Slay!
I am probably not gonna
Sick.
with a 15.
15 just barely hits. You're able to swing through and you nick it on the shoulder. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh. Nice. For 8.
8 damage, all right. As it turns to attack the monk, you swing around, nick it on the shoulder, it turns over your shoulder. Hisses at you.
I'm starting to think this might be a vampire.
Or just
Possibly,
unruly.
but judging by the 2-inch long fangs that are protruding from its mouth, you think it's probably vampire adjacent.
Vampire adjacent.
Yep,
Okay.
yep,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our baddie here. He's going to go ahead and do a multi-attack on the monk who disturbed him. So it's going to be 2 claw attacks. Actually, no, take that back. One is going to be a claw. It's going to pull you in for a bite.
Oh dear.
No!
So that is going to be a... It's going to be 17 to hit.
That hits.
For the claw, all right.
Claw
So
hits.
then you take 16 slashing damage as it digs into you and rakes you forward. However, it is unable to latch onto you from the neck, as its second attack was only a 9. So,
Scratch me.
yep, does manage to
Scratch him back.
get you
All right.
a little bit there. It is then, however, going to go ahead and use its let's see here. It's going to go ahead and use its spider climb to try and drag you up the wall. So go ahead and roll me a contested strength check, please. What'd you get?
4.
4. All right. Yeah, no, it definitely rolled higher than a 4. So you are dragged up the wall here, approximately, since it is encumbered by you, approximately 20 feet up the wall, as it is going to try and dig into your next turn, try and get a little bit more of a meal out of you there.
Huh.
All right. So that brings
gonna
us down to
dangle
20 to
these
15.
20.
20?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and take your token.
There you go.
Where would you like to be placed on the map here?
I'll just stand right there next to Stig.
All right. So you
It's
swoop
like
in next to Stig
scratching
there.
and biting. It's hardly sporting. That's far from sporting.
I mean, as far as vampires go, I'd say that's pretty even keel based on your experience, but
Still, it's shit. All right.
you still don't like it. So,
That's right.
what are you
yourself.
up to? What you gonna do to try and lay some smackdown on this vampire?
What I think I'll do is I'll actually, he's hanging 20 feet up?
About 20 feet up. Yep.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to throw a knife at him.
You throw a knife at him.
This ought to work. It's terrifying.
Go for it.
It's 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
3, 4.
4 damage.
Yep.
All right. That's a dagger. Doesn't
Yeah,
take too
yeah.
much. Definitely sticks into its hip.
I got his attention now, yeah?
Yeah.
Good hit.
Its
Good
tongue
hit.
lolls out as a solid 2 feet as it goes. Did not like that. But that does bring us to our consultant.
Oh, I would assume I am kind of right at the entranceway
Okay.
here. And no reason to get fancy right off the bat. Let's just hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
It's going to be 19 to hit first.
19 hits. What's the damage on that?
That is going to be 7 on the first one. Let's roll the second one. More than 19. And 16 on the second one.
16 on it.
Man, that knife really hit hard.
That's the way, I lined it up for him, right?
As the Eldritch Blast is somewhat translucent, it is easy to see that your constituents don't really appreciate the hard work that you're putting in here. As one of the vampire's limbs, let's go ahead and roll for which one here. Considering you took 23 damage, this thing. Its foot goes flying. It loses some of its grip on the wall. However, not quite enough to drop your monk friend. So,
vampire slaying is a collaborative effort. It's
It
fun.
is. It is.
All right, yeah, it's good.
Individual contributions make a big difference. Anyway, that brings us back to the top of the round. With our monk.
Is that me?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna take one of my stakes out of my pocket and just kind of smack it above me. You know. That is a. I don't have a plus. I don't know what the plus is for that. Is it a? What would that count? Okay, so we're just gonna go with a. That is a 21.
21?
Yep.
All right. 21 definitely hits.
Cool. And I don't know what's the damage for that. Do we know? What's the damage?
For
The back end of the stake.
back end of the stake?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's an improvised weapon, so we'll just do 1d4.
1d4.
Your strength or strength?
I'll say plus strength.
Okay, cool.
That's 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage, all right.
And
Not
then,
bad, not bad.
And then after that, I'm gonna do an unarmed strike with my other hand.
All right.
Yeah. That is a 23.
23?
Yep.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That is 6 points of damage.
6. All right.
Still hit hard.
So you're kind of like trying to like box it. You like hit it in the chest with the back of the stake. Just kind of goes, ugh. And then you like punch it in the air. Just looks down and you're like, seriously? Okay. And it's going to bring us to our barbarian.
Right. Is he within jumping range?
Unless you can jump 20 feet in the air, which I believe jumping rules are about. I think you have to take a strength check. Hold on, I gotta look up jumping rules now.
Is he within throwing range? Like,
Oh, definitely.
could I throw Liam at him?
Would it be
Jump and hit?
alley-oop?
Yeah.
That would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right, well, since Liam
Rock and
is
roll.
assisting you, go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage to see if you can get him up there.
The strength was my dump stick. The one I dumped all my points into. 14, 17.
17? I'd say that's pretty. That would be high enough. So you reach down, knee up, alley-oop your friend into the air. So now you have advantage on your attack. However, before you have a chance to swing, the vampire goes. Unless you want any movement.
No.
All right, cool. So the vampire is going to go ahead and try and chomp down on our monk friend over here, Mr. Bangstick.
Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle.
All right, the bite fails. The claw is a 16 hit.
Yeah.
All right, so it claws into you there.
Ow.
Take an additional 16 slashing damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, ain't no joke. This isn't your first brush with death, though. So.
That's not my third.
Yeah. All right. So that would conclude the vampire's turn as it looks up and sees you floating in midair in front of it. What do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and give him a good old-fashioned smash.
All right. Go ahead and smash with advantage.
What? Let's see. That's no good. The other one's worse. So 7, 14, 14.
14. Unfortunately, that does not hit. It just barely misses as he ducks out of the way. It does, however, throw him slightly off kilter. Go ahead and make a strength check with disadvantage.
So that's a.
Problem is the
that's
swing
12.
was offset.
12?
So I have my
Yeah,
knife
not
to
quite
counter
enough.
that.
Unfortunately, he holds on
Get
to
him
you as you try to wriggle free, grabs onto your arm, and throws you back up into its embrace.
So not cool.
Which brings us to our warlock lawyer.
We got a guy way up in the air, right?
Yeah, he's still hanging there.
Actually, I don't know that I've a great way to help. No, I think I should just attack. I don't have a great way to help.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm just a little high.
I've never stopped anybody before.
All right, that's
Being
going to
a little high is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
No.
Do not tripping
22
alone.
hits. Continuing with the Eldritch Blast.
Yep, that's going to be 14, and then nat 1, so miss on the second.
Bummer.
He's doing all the work.
Right.
All right.
Seriously, though.
You're giving him fighting chance.
Yeah. So yes,
Yeah.
you reel back and point your finger out. Objection! And an Eldritch Blast fires out, slamming into the side of its head, reeling it back. It now looks over at you. Narrows its eyes. You think that you have the feeling that you might be next. All right.
Get your own lawyer.
All right, so that brings us to top of the round with Mr. Bankstick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm pretty pissed at this point. Like this guy's not cool. I thought he was a friend. So I'm just gonna punch him and then Fury of Blows and punch him again.
All right, pop, pop, pop.
So the first one is probably not gonna hit. No, the first one's a 17.
17 hits.
Second one is a 25.
25 hits.
27 actually. And third one is a 12.
So 12 does not hit, unfortunately. However, the other two do. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 10 plus. So 20. 20 damage. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, that definitely does. That's a total of 20, correct?
Total of 20.
Total of 20.
Yep.
All right, so that definitely does do quite a bit there. You hear a pop as some sort of bone structure in the general head region snaps. Its head is now dangling and not doing too well as the grip begins to slip. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh dear. 4.
Nope. Oh,
said
it's
make
just
a
barely
strength check.
holding on to you. In fact, as you begin to slip from its grasp, its claws dig into your arm slightly. It doesn't do enough damage to be noticeable, but it definitely hurts.
Wow.
All right.
Really?
I believe
You got him
that
right where
is,
you wanted.
your turn.
That's
So
my Can't run.
How high up is he still? Is he falling down?
he's still like a solid 20 feet up in the air. That's one of the tactics of these little vampire spawns, is they like to crawl up with their food and have a little snack while they wait.
I can hit him. I'm gonna throw the battle axe.
Gonna throw the battle axe.
Why not?
All right, so that's going to be an attack with your dexterity modifier rather than your strength.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a
I
hit.
swear I forget that one. That was the coolest death I'd ever had.
No. That's a net 5, so 7, 12.
12, unfortunately, does not hit. You rear back and you swing your battle axe as a throwing axe. It is not designed for that particular type of attack, so it swings towards the wall, ricochets off slightly. It makes a really cool twanging sound since it is also your axe.
No, it's my axe.
Oh, it's just a battle axe.
Yes.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Anyway, slams to the ground, does not make a twanging sound, and is now at the base of the wall over by where the vampire is. So it will take an action for you to run over and pick it back up.
Or drive it away.
Thanks, man. It means a lot that you've thrown that at me.
Don't worry.
He disarmed
Well, you can
himself.
catch it next time.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Try to kick her.
I didn't either.
No.
No, do axes still count as a missile? No, probably wouldn't work. Okay. Anyway, back to the vampire's turn. He's gonna go ahead and do his
Oh man.
bite and claw. That is going to be a 9 for the bite.
Nope.
16 for the claw.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to be another 16 damage.
We're getting there. We're
getting there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Not quite enough, though. Okay, good to know. All right, so that would be the vampire's turn there. So you take that damage as you are now bleeding profusely from the throat. You notice the stream of blood that is now dripping from your friend into the sand, being soaked up by the thirsty material. That brings us to our bard.
Let's see.
Liam, who's the next drummer we had in line? Who's the next stickman we had in line?
Oh, no, you know what? He's got one arm.
Oh.
I used to be really good, but he's only got one arm now.
Didn't he play for slightly hearing impaired Jaguar?
It was about like
Something
that. I
like
mean,
that.
but they didn't hear that from us because
Right,
we were
right.
too loud to.
Yeah.
But he doesn't mind because.
What are you guys talking about down there?
Nothing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Use the blood to help wriggle free.
Okay.
Well, think of it as a natural lubricant.
What I'm
It's a
going to do
good
is I'm
thing.
going to try and vault up and at least grab a hold of the monk's foot.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and run up the wall. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me here.
All right, an authentic. 8 and 7, 15.
15. That was just enough. So you're able to run up the wall. You grab onto Mr. Boomstick's foot.
Yeah.
And you're going to try and rip him free. Go ahead. We're going to make a contested strength check. He's rolling at disadvantage because he is not doing too well.
Well, I had a heavy meal, so I'm like twice as heavy as I used to be. Yeah. So I'm 7 pounds heavier.
I believe
What'd
it.
you get?
7 plus 3, 10.
All right. He rolled a 5. So as you grab onto him, you yank him free. You both fall 20 feet.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And each take 11 damage.
Right.
No.
At this point,
What is it with this 11 thing? It's like
Yeah.
everybody's expecting 11. I don't understand. I mean, it's like just do more damage than that, like 12 or 13. Or, I mean, really, numbers just
Numbers are numbers. That's true.
right. It's just a value. It doesn't. It's not really a unique thing.
All right.
I get it.
Bringing ourselves back up to Elias.
Oh, yep. I'm going to go ahead and do a Mind Sliver. That's actually going to be a DC save,
right.
Intelligence save, DC
Intelligence.
17 on the vampire's part.
He rolled an 8. So no.
All right. What is that? 2d6. And then minus 1d4 on his next check.
Minus 1d4. Good to know.
It's going to be 6.
6 damage. All right. Go ahead and actually, no, I'm not even going to have you roll a d4. How would you like to do this?
I think he just kind of comes. I think he's been hit in a lot of places, and he's being pulled in some directions, and there's just not enough to keep him.
So you watch as your friend Nigel yanks on Mr. Boomstick, and like a slinky, this vampire spawn just slides out. You see a foot bone connected to the knee bone, connected to the hip bone, connected to the spine, connected to the head, which is still attached to the shoulders, and the arm is just dangling there. Solid 20 feet of vampire spawn just hanging from the wall. You have slain your first monster. Congratulations.
We may get through this yet.
It's very possible. It's very possible. So yes, at the other end of the room, you do see another set of stairs that are spiraling upwards.
Before we get any further, Mr. Life, how you feeling?
Right.
Does anyone have the means to provide him a bit of temporary relief?
No,
Well,
I
I
pretty
mean,
much do the other thing. But over to you.
I do song of rest. I could play something else. It's
That-
like something nice and like D minor. It's the saddest of all chords.
That's nice.
Possible. So you guys are going to take a short rest then?
Well, this is only like a 10-minute thing.
10
just
minute
a bit. It's a 10-minute action.
Okay.
Give everybody a little temporary hit points.
Everybody
And then I'm
takes a knee.
laying hands 10 off of you too.
takes a breather.
Okay. How much is that?
10.
10? 10?
10. All right.
All right. And then did we get temporary out of that too?
Temporary, yeah.
I'm gonna need them.
6.
6 temporary hit points.
I'm at 20 with those.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
going to retrieve my axe.
Okay, yes, you absolutely walk over and retrieve your axe. There. You get to go ahead and hold on to this token here as your trophy for the game.
Ooh.
All right. So yes, you take a
got
short
some
rest.
in.
He's sort of just strumming or no. What are you playing?
Oh, it's an acapella thing. Yeah,
It's an
just-
acapella.
Yeah, there's no sense of playing at this stage. There's nobody listening.
Okay.
It's just us.
Just humming along.
Yeah.
A very sad but relaxing tune, as everybody feels just a little bit better, having taken a breather.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, moving forward, I assume that you all climbed the stairs.
Yeah.
It seems the way out.
All right. You reach the top of the stairs to find a blank wall, ceiling.
Huh.
Comes at like a 45-degree angle. kind of hard to make out. I need everybody go ahead and roll me investigation checks, please.
That's a 13 for me.
13?
13.
7?
Let's see, with the -1, it's 18.
18?
I've got a 10, so he's got me beat.
Okay, 18. So, Nigel, you're kind of putting your hands up on here. Everybody's kind of trying to figure out a little bit more about what's going on with this dead-end staircase here. And you think, I'm going to hit it. You swing back and slam into it with your axe. And the wall that seemed to be stone, it appears to be just a very thin piece of slate that crumbles away. And you do find a secret wooden door that leads up into the next room.
How do you know to do that?
Oh,
Well, you know, it's all this old architecture. You know, it costs a lot of money to keep the upkeep, and they hired out cheap help.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just you find the one thing with the, I read a book.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't actually read it.
but you have read a book.
It depends on what you mean by red. I mean, they're different colors. Have I read a book?
I'm
I
sure
have
you've read a
blue
book.
one, but I don't. What?
That's insulting, man. Yeah.
You can put books with different colors. Did you blue? No, I'm not going to say that. Not on the stream.
Team advertisement. Anyway, so you find a wooden trapdoor that leads up into the next room.
So, Stig, why don't you try just opening this one? Don't kick it.
Well, that doesn't sound as fun.
Right, last time you kicked it, we ended up.
We did.
Right,
But it was
this
an
one would
express
be
route
like.
to the up. So, all right, fine. I'll open it.
Just gonna open it.
Yes.
Cool. Nothing happens. You just open the door upwards, and you reach out into a very long, dark hallway. At the end of this hallway appears to be a three-headed gargoyle.
Oh. Oh, it's getting more goth up here. I mean, it's a little. It's a theme. I give him credit for that, but it's still on the nose.
So
It's like a three-headed gargoyle. It's like it's trying too hard.
Now, if only we had a
one-headed gargoyle.
we could play it, and then
Right.
it'll fall asleep, and then we crawl underneath it, and then don't panic about little plants, the graspy things. And no, that's right. I have read a book.
Oh.
It's fairly hothead in a chamber of something. I don't know.
Fairly hard.
It's about a barbarian. Yep. Yeah. He got really angry and started smashing wizards with other wizards. It's a leather-bound book.
Yep. So yes, there is just a long hallway and a very strange-looking gargoyle at the end. What are y'all doing?
Well, head to the gargoyle. I mean, it's the end of the room.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, they put it there for a reason. We might as well appreciate it.
Yeah.
You find it?
You see the majesty of it. I mean, it's not every day you see a three-headed gargoyle.
Are you supposed to put your head in it? You know.
No. You don't.
Oh, okay.
I think you've had enough fun for one day.
Okay,
For a bit.
Okay, yeah. You're always saying I'm replaceable, though.
Elias, what are you up to
It's a
while these guys are
motivational
arguing about it?
It's an
Let's just
aspirational
investigate the
thing of
gargoyle.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
It's meant to be complimentary.
Right.
Oh. Oh,
There we
thanks.
go.
It's like, when your parents say things to you like
27.
sleep tight, I'll
27,
come
yes,
return
absolutely.
tomorrow.
You find a small plaque at the bottom of the statue. And it specifically says, to find the way, you must feed the mouths of three.
Oh, I got this.
You guys are arguing, so you have no idea that he's found this plaque.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah.
Let's try literal. I'm just going to go ahead and get rations out of my pack and see if I can just stuff
These things in.
stuff
Okay.
3.
So you
good
do
bits of food.
you do use up 3 days worth of rations.
Sure.
And unfortunately, nothing really happens when you put the food in. However, you do notice when you reach up to put the last piece of food in, it kind of falls out. So you kind of like get up in there and try and like stuff it in. And you notice that there's a button in the middle of this gargoyle's mandible.
Isn't he supposed to be a smart one?
And then you look over into the next one.
Button.
There's also another button there. Look over to the third one. Yep, third button.
Gentlemen, if you'd come over here, also go ahead and get out a torch for me. Don't put your fingers in here. All right. Go ahead and use the torch. Use the stick to push the button. Okay. All right. So on 3, 1.
Wait. Is it 1, 2, 3, and then go?
How about-
Or is it 1, 2, and then go on 3?
Nigel,
go
why
on
don't
2,
you?
and then we have the extra 1, 3 for,
Well,
for
and
some
the
room.
problem I have is that the torch won't fit in there. I mean, it's like the whole thing. It's too big. It just won't. And then how I work at it, it's just too big. I put it sideways so I can't hit the button.
I'll take this one. You lead the count.
Yeah,
I got
okay,
it.
good. He can't
I
go.
got it.
All right.
I got it.
Can the drummer count to 3?
He better be able to. Now 4, that's good, and then starts over as 1.
Oh yeah, I got 4. Yeah, I can go up to 4. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
All right. Yeah.
On 4.
All right, 1 way on 4.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You push it down, and it's a good thing that you use the torches because as you depress these torches into the buttons, you see that a very sharp knife-like protrusion shoots up into these torches. Had you used your hands, you're pretty certain that probably would have led to some bad things.
I'm starting to think our lawyer tracked all these places because he seems to know something about all these things.
No. He's a good lawyer.
Right?
He's got the other ones all pinned down.
Man.
It works.
Okay.
So the gargoyle slides into the floor, and the covering for the floor slides into place, and you see in front of you an additional door into the next room.
That's a nice touch with the little.
Yeah. We should put that in our place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want 3 of those too.
But like,
We'll
I'll
put
fix
it
Put
with
it
this-
on the list.
With the guillotine that comes up out of the floor.
Yeah,
In fact, we'll
yeah.
have them
That's
go
a
into
little
each other.
rebellious, though,
Like
but
do
no,
like one
no,
of
we
those
could do
high
that.
fives
Yeah.
as they go.
Just
Alright.
our faces on the gargoyle? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll call it Feed the Band.
Yeah, not him though. It's
No.
the 3-headed gargoyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be his body in our heads.
As you walk through
Now
the
that's a
wooden
collaboration.
door to the next room, you find that it is covered in square tiles that alternate black and white.
I would mean them marginally unhip.
Indeed. As it appears to be some sort of chessboard type setup. You're not sure exactly. But there is already somebody in here. An individual that doesn't appear to be hostile, just sort of appears to be wandering around in the middle of the room. As you look a little bit more closely, you see that it is an elf rocking back and forth and mumbling to himself. Friends. Making friends. Making too many friends. Making friends the wrong way.
Hello.
Oh.
Friends!
Oh no.
Sometimes.
More friends!
Not him.
You all made it just in time. If you
Is it
hadn't...
midnight?
then-
I was hasting. You said I got here in time. My sundial doesn't work, inside.
Yeah. He invented one that works inside, but it doesn't have time on it.
No, it's terrible.
Time. Just running out of time. Running out of time. How much time?
It's a philosophical thing.
Can we help you?
Right.
Help! Yes, help! That's what I was sent here to do. I was sent here to help people like you. People coming up from the down. You did come up from the down, right? You didn't come down from the up.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I mean this most sincerely. Are you holding? And if so, what? Because that seems like some good proverbial stuff.
My hands are empty. Holding things. I hold things in my mind. I hold things in my mouth. I hold things.
Not until we get paid, Stig. I'm not holding your hair back
I'm
again.
just saying.
It's a good lyrics. I'm writing this down.
Hold.
Hold.
Holding.
I'm gonna hold his finger.
Hands, holding hands as I lead you through this. No.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
What?
I feel uncomfortable now.
This
I've
is-
already committed to the finger holding
Fine.
thing.
This
no,
is the bad
fine.
touch
It's fine.
movies.
It's fine. It's fine. Consent is important.
Oh, yes.
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 No. But I will lead you through. Yes, found a safe way to take care of the bad man upstairs.
All right.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You don't
yes.
want to go, like, chill out, man.
Chill out. It is very cold. Do you have something warm? Maybe a robe?
Do you not have pants on?
Torch?
Oh, yeah, I have a bedroll.
A bedroll. Ooh, yes, very warm. You see him like grab the entire bedroll and just like wrap it around himself like a cloak. Yes, very warm. Friends, new friends, making friends. Come, follow me.
All right.
So you see him lead you to another door at the opposite side of the room that does appear to be stuck. It's just a wooden door, but it has fallen off of its hinges due to dilapidation. See, this was my problem. Head of me, I open, it doesn't open. I hold, it doesn't do anything, but I am stuck here. New friends might be able to help. Yes?
Is it going to be that easy?
With the door.
Are we gonna punch it?
It's just going to break it. I mean, it's...
Not very strong, but I'm not very strong, so it evens out.
All right.
Yeah, I'll stand by just in case it eats your foot again.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
go for it.
we've already seen the worst that can do. So.
Yeah, so far it was just like down with the sand, and then
I don't know what you guys are into, but eating feet isn't it?
What?
Oh.
I know.
no,
I haven't done that
no.
since university.
All right. It's time to break
It was
the door.
my third senior year.
Right.
Right. All right. Time to break this door.
Please.
Take a swing at it.
Okay, roll an attack.
Oh, you're hitting it, not kicking it.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you think
Now that way, the
17,
axe
24.
goes down into the
24? 24 hits, go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah. 8... 7.
7?
Yes.
Alright, that's quite enough. As you rear back, you kick it, it flies off of the hinges, just kind of hangs there.
That's a bit anticlimactic.
In the air or off the hinges?
Off of the hinges.
Okay.
I would have
It's
been
open.
like, that'd be a great trick.
Right. Step through.
Alright?
Actually,
So-
no. You want to lead through, so...
Oh, friends, making me go first.
Yeah, you go.
Did you not know the way? Do you...
No, yes, I'll take you. Yes, this way. And you see him walk through the door, and he leads you down this hallway. As you reach the end of the hallway,
Why does every mission include so much walking?
Right.
you see him duck around a corner as you hear a thunk towards the end of the hallway that you came in. You all turn around to look and see that the pathway that held the door before you has disappeared. And then as you turn back around to ask the individual who was leading you what just happened, the wall, or a slate, slides up from the floor and turns into a solid wall. You hear from the other side of the door, making friends, haha, I already had one, now he'll make you friends too. And you hear,
I mean, it was helpful though. It got us through
Hey,
the
what's
door.
kind of helpful? Yeah.
Very
It's kind of weird though.
Yeah, I mean, as far as friends go,
Yeah.
it's not the worst I've ever had.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
no.
he's a reminder that basically fan is short for fanatic. There's
Yeah.
a level of appreciation that
Yeah.
goes too far.
Yeah.
you're struck by a smell.
Oh.
Ow.
It's pretty rancid, even for the stuff that you're used
Hey,
to.
what did you have for lunch?
Same as
I think
usual.
it was our new friend.
You hear a thud
Oh.
and another one as the sound of buzzing flies grows louder.
It's my job to do the thuds.
Oh.
Yeah, I do the bang.
A hulking construct of flesh and sinew comes around the corner, looks at all of you and goes, friends, and starts running towards you. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
18.
That's actually fitting. It's like, this is not my thing.
13.
Okay, so 25 to 20. Anybody?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so 20 to 15.
18.
18. All right. Got the one going first again.
Oh, dang.
All right. So as this thing is barreling towards you, it's still probably a solid 40 feet down the hallway, but or sorry, it's solid 20 feet down the hallway, but it's closing in pretty quickly. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards it. Try and jump on it
All right.
and punch it.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you run up to this thing, taking a flying leap, trying to land on its back. I'd say go ahead and just roll a very, very low acrobatics check.
That's definitely pretty high. That's acrobatics you asked for? That's 25.
25? Yeah. You're able to land on his back pretty easily there. You see it become slightly confused as you occupy the same space as it, and punch it in the head. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Yeah. That is 26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That's that's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Not bad, not
And
bad.
I can't take a bonus action, right? Because I did the leap.
No, I'd say that would count as movement. It's just
Okay,
the acrobatics check.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna take give it another punch.
All right, go ahead and hit it again.
Do what I'm good at. Yeah, that's 23.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. All right.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. Yeah, you punch it upside the ears and it goes, no, no. And that brings us to, let's see here, that was 15 to 10?
14.
14. Okay, so that's going to be our Bard Nigel here. All right, what are you up to here, Nigel?
I'm going to go ahead and run up. I'm going to smash him. Give him a little.
All right, go ahead and roll a hit.
In fact, I'm going to, for fun, do a defensive flourish too while I'm at it. That is a 17. Oh, wait. Yeah, 17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
What? Damage is one of the usual guys. 7 and 5 is 12. And one of these little guys. Another 5. 17.
17, and that was just straight hitting damage, or I think I heard something about thunder?
No. I'm doing a defensive flourish, which means I'm going to add 5 to my armor class for the next hit.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw a smite on there while I'm at it. For another 8.
Another 8 damage, all right. Yeah, it did not like that. As you slam into it, you see a radiant beam of light shoot up through the wound. You see it kind of peek out of the different seams that are holding this thing together. And it goes, not friendly. And that
What was
brings,
his first guess?
that brings us to, again, 15 to 10. 13?
Yeah.
Got me beat.
Okay, cool. So 13, we've got our Stig,
Yep.
the barbarian.
Well, I can't let Nigel show me up.
All right.
So, I'm going to get the fantastic sword, not just the great sword, but the fantastic sword.
It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it
Absolutely.
doesn't get
Fan-
Just going to charge up and smack this thing twice if I can.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Will a 18 and an unnatural 20.
18 and a natural 20. All right. So that is going to be both of those hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Got it.
And you're going to be roll for damage on the first one, and then we're going to go ahead and do the natural 20 roll here in a second.
Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. Natural. No, unnatural. Got it. Dirty 20.
Great. That's not dirty, it's just unnatural. Cool. First one is 10.
10 points of damage. Yeah, I did not like that. Go ahead and roll for the second hit.
10 again.
10 again. All right. 20 points of damage total. Yeah, no, you guys are just wailing on this thing, taking chunks out of it. And it is not enjoying it at all here. And then what was your roll?
It's going to be a 6.
6. Okay, so this thing is actually going to go first.
Makes sense.
So first thing it's going to do is it's going to try and reach up
Thank you.
and grab the monk off of its back.
So I'd like to use my reaction to make him disadvantaged first.
Disadvantage roll, and what ability is that?
It's the defensive fighting style.
Defensive fighting style. All right. So as he reaches up to try and grab him off of his back, you take a swipe up at his arms, which makes him flinch slightly. That is going to be a 10 to hit? No. So yeah, you're able to dodge out of the way as he tries to grab at you. That does not work.
I didn't know you really cared. Of course.
So that is going
It's
to
not
be...
like your stick.
That hits me right
Oh.
here. Oh.
Now that hurts, Liam. That hurts. A little. I mean,
So
not
that-
much, but.
So then it is going to give up on trying to pick the gnat off its back and roll to instead slam into Sting.
Go. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
We're looking for 17s.
That is going to be a 14. So unfortunately that does not hit. Bummer days for the construct.
Seriously, I'm right here. How
I
could
know,
you miss?
right?
I
Yeah,
found
tries
him.
to smash and you pass. So you're good. All right. And that brings us to Elias.
Old Faithful, Eldritch Blast. Let's see.
Over.
15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right. 2 plus 5, 7.
Seven?
And then on the second one, 23 to hit
23 to hit.
with
Yeah.
15.
15 damage. Dang, dude. Whew. Slayer is putting forth the utmost effort to make sure you guys get to the top of the tower safely. So, good on him. Yeah, you fire off your Eldritch Blast there, and as it's reaching up and slamming down, you slam it once in the arm, and then as it slams down, you slam it in the shoulder. It looks up at you and goes, "Not a party." And that brings us back to the top of the round with Mr. Bangstick.
In this beautiful moment of action, everything just goes slow motion for me. Everything just feels whole and complete. And I use wholeness of body to heal myself 30 points of damage.
Hey! Woo! Got a second win there.
And and things feel real good. When people care about you, you care about yourself, you know?
He looks very serene up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, I click back in and I just start punching. Spend a key point to do 2 punches.
All right.
That is a 14 and a 24.
Both hit. Roll for damage.
That is 18 damage.
18. Woohoo! Yeah, he did not like that. All right. That
I
brings
should probably actually
us
give myself at 30 points. That'd be good.
to Mr. Nigel yet again.
That worked out pretty good. I think I'll give him a little with the axe again. All right, 18, 25.
25?
Yeah.
All right. So y'all get to hit.
Right, so that's 25 for the first one. And that's one of these guys. For 7. And my second attack going in. Oh, that 20.
That 20.
Nice.
Woo! Yeah!
All right.
All right, so 12 damage for the first hit.
All right, so let's see. Oh, that was 5. It was
So
7.
7 for the first hit? Okay.
Yep.
Great. Okay, go ahead and roll for damage, and we're going to double the dice, and then add your modifier.
Right. And so, because I get to do this after the fact, I'll go ahead and do another Divine Smite.
So that's going to be double on the
That's
smite
beautiful.
dice there.
And then,
Yeah, that's why we play Pallies.
This is why you're the best.
and he is undead, right?
He is counts as an undead construct, so
7, 8, 16, 26, 34.
34.
And then 5. 39.
Sorry, did you double all that already, or was 34 damage total on the dice?
34 damage total on the dice.
So that's 68 damage for the nat 20, and then plus 5, so that's 73. No. As you swing into this thing, how would you like to obliterate this construct?
Where I see this, come up, I see the monks stand up there all serene. And I'm gonna actually hack in the old axe right in one of the seams and just kind of carve it out, and then just let that section just slide out with the monk, so you can just have this nice gentle step off of its back, and the rest of it is just into bits and pieces, falling alphabetically.
All right.
That year they replaced you in the band was terrible, by the way. So you're
Not
always the
exactly a stairway to heaven, but it'll do. It'll do. And
It fell apart alphabetically. That's some things.
there you go. That's a
That's
theme.
like anti-entropy. It's non-chaos. It's just like throwing cards in the air and they land by. That's great.
All right. So yes, as the monk is beating on it, this is a band moment, I would say.
Yeah.
You're beating down on it. Just you come up, you string up, down, and then as you come in with the axe solo, you come up and swing through, shot to the side and down. The meat just falls out and you climb down without any issues. Very good job.
Great job, Nigel, but we're getting tight on time.
Indeed we are. You guys, from an internal perspective there, find that, if this is not sped up, you probably won't make it there by midnight. So
Right then.
that brings us to
Whatever
here.
keeps slowing us down.
As the construct falls to the ground, you see this oozy green pus begin to flow out of it
Poor
into
craftsmanship.
this
No.
sigil in the middle of the floor. The sigil begins to glow in this ghoulish, greenish glow. And as it sinks down into the floor, the two doors at either side of the hallway reopen.
Is the guy still there?
Do you want to look?
I'll look.
All right, Elias, you were actually at the end of the hallway where he disappeared. You look over to the side, and that hallway is empty. But scrawled on the opposite wall is a scrawling in blood that said, it looks somewhat similar to scrawling that you've seen earlier in the tower. And this scrawling specifically states, "I told you not to trust the elf." You have a feeling that if you had gone and investigated that scrawling previously, you might have had a little bit more of a clue as to what was going on there. That's okay. Bygones be bygones, and we move forward. You enter into the hallway. And as you enter this room, as you enter this hallway, there is an additional staircase that appears to spiral upwards. It's a small straightaway, and then spiral upwards to what appears to be the top room of the tower.
What? Are we going to be sued for any litigation if I just run up there? Elias.
Oh no, this is what we're here for.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
well, it's good because
I'll
we've
take it.
actually run out of building. If we had to go any further up,
We'll take a
it's just-
with it.
there's nowhere to go.
All right, marching order.
Let's make this one
First.
count.
Okay, so we've got our
But like
we
a
got
room.
Stig first. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
All right, we got Stig next. Then
Nigel, please, but before we go, I'm going to need you to enunciate on this as a bard. So, spit.
I saw it.
We're ready.
all right. So we got Stig, Nigel, and Elias coming up here. So Stig, go ahead and roll a dexterity save for me, please.
Yay! Is it something I can see coming?
I
As in
would
there is-
roll a perception check to see if you can see it coming.
Oh, well, that's always nasty. With a 14.
Not quite,
All right, then.
unfortunately.
That's all right.
Barely out of sight.
Will a 12 work?
It does not, unfortunately. You step out onto the top level of these stairs. Your friends are arguing behind you, and you participate. And of course, you're always participating in the conversation here. As you do,
It's collaborating, really.
yeah, it's collaboration.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
You take.
Wait. You know, it takes this long. It's always a bad sign.
94 damage of slashing damage as the guillotine swings through.
Ooh,
And is that more than half your hit points?
that is actually.
Okay.
Oh.
You lose a leg.
Oh!
Yep. You are now at half speed.
That's pretty sick.
And you might want to get that stabilized here, otherwise it's going to lead to some severe issues.
Well, that's one opinion.
There's lots of places to go from here. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You save on pants,
right?
right? You can
And
bring
shoes.
and shoes, right? See, that's sunny side, you know, like our monk friend who's always looking to the
But
better.
also counter argument. Ow!
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I used to know an elf named Legless. Yeah.
Oh, boo.
You're sitting in the back of the bus and the rest of the guy.
Oh, come on. It was
No,
real.
no, but I
I
promise.
promise.
Yeah, no, it was not
Legolas
so
the
bad.
elf.
Legless, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You knew him?
No, I was just because I'm an half elf. I'm not that kind of an elf.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Chuck.
So don't be confused.
I suppose if you guys want to keep going on ahead, I'm going to go ahead and take my tie off here, wrap it around his leg, see if we can...
Go ahead and roll a medicine check for me, please.
Nat one.
He went to lawyery school, not doctory school.
Please roll me a d10.
You've got it tied off on the wrong
dear.
leg, mate. It's actually.
It's going to be a 6.
I mean, go with it.
Looks
So
kind of
as
nice.
he tries to, what's the term when you apply the pressure? What's that called?
Tourniquet.
Tourniquet. As he tries to tourniquet your leg, he twists just a little too far, and you hear a snap. And there's another gush of blood. You take an additional 12 damage.
Let's see what I'm at here.
All right.
Hold on. Doing math.
Yep.
Not the best here. Hold on. The 0, so 2, 12. Right, I'm still up.
You're still up.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good.
You're looking at your friend. He's looking pretty pale right now. Not doing too good.
Yeah,
You see ahead of you
I've had worse.
an individual standing at the top of the stairs. There's a long hallway, and then a small dais and a throne. You fools! You're too late. My invention was finished days ago. Even if you defeat me, you'll never take it out. You'll never make it out of here alive. And even if you manage that, you'll never defeat my new friends. That's what this is all about, you know. Making friends. You can't stop me. My will shall soon be more overwhelming than any of you can handle or comprehend.
We got the comprehend part right. I didn't understand how 50% of what you just said.
Well, you should be able to understand a single word. Die. You see him slam his
I did
hand
understand
into
that.
the
Yeah,
side of his throne. Now, we're not going to roll initiative, because as he slams his hand into the side of the throne, the ground beneath you begins to shake. You look up, and the ceiling falls away, the night sky revealed above you. He looks at you and goes, I'll survive this. You probably won't. And he turns into a bat and flies off. We are going to now enter into a skill check challenge as the tower is now crumbling beneath you.
I think that guy was a vampire.
What's that?
Wait, is
guy,
there
I
any
think
chance
he's
we
a
could get a
vampire.
reaction at him?
It's a good
You
chance.
can get one reaction,
And
yes.
it did turn into a bat.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this dude. Objection, banishment.
Banishment. Okay, it's a Constitution save on his part, right?
Yes, 17.
17 DC, Constitution save. It's going to be Is it 17?
Yep.
That is a 13. However, he's going to use his legendary resistance and choose to succeed instead. So, unfortunate. But I'll have everybody go ahead and we're going to enter into a little bit of a chase scene here. So, we're going to go ahead and start from the left hand, moving on forward here. So, as you are standing on the floor, it begins to fall out from underneath you. I need you to make a dex save, please.
I'm the best. Nah.
Nope.
4.
Okay. You take... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use my app on this one because that last count took way too long. All right.
I don't think it's gonna go well for you, mate.
Unfortunately not. You take 47 falling damage.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yes.
I took plenty of that.
As you fall back into the room that you were in previously. That brings us
Always going backwards though.
to the hallway there. Okay. So, then I need you to roll a d20. Yes, roll a
19.
d20.
Me as well?
Elias, roll a
right.
d20, sorry.
12.
12. All right. So, as you turn around and see your friend fall through the floor, you reach out, forgetting that there was, in fact, a guillotine blade that was centered there that your friend ran into here. Go ahead and roll me a dex save, please.
All right. No.
Nah.
No.
Okay. You take 35 slashing damage as this thing comes down, and is that more than half your max hit points? No. No. Okay, so you're fine. It just takes a nice chunk out of your shoulder as you reach forward and try and grab your friend out of the ether. You all do make it back down into the hallway. I need
easy
you,
being your friend.
Nigel, to go ahead and roll a d20 for me now.
Oh, goody.
Yes.
13.
13. All right. So, your leg is bleeding out profusely, and you try to crawl forward. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Nice. 17.
17. All right. You do manage to hold it in. You are slowly going into shock. Everything's starting to fade and go a little, cross-eyed, but you're doing okay. You're able to drag yourself back down the stairs, avoiding the guillotine, as it is now kind of hanging a little bit lopsided, lodged in the opposite wall, since the tower is now falling apart. I need you to roll me a d20, please.
12.
12. All right. All right. You follow your friends down into the hallway here. You see that the ceiling is now crumbling above you. What do you do?
Run?
Run?
What else is there to do?
Okay. You don't have any other abilities that you want to use and try to assist your friends?
I could help him actually.
Okay.
That's probably what I should do.
Okay, great. So what do you do to help him out?
I'm gonna just kind of wrap my arm around him, be his other leg, and kind of pull him forward.
Excellent. All right, so you do so. You're able to pick him up, and that will give you. I'll go ahead and just write advantage down. That's going to give you advantage on your next check.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
So as you lift him up, that is unfortunately going to give you disadvantage on your dex check as the ceiling tiles are now falling down.
Okay. Don't I give him cover?
If you want to.
I mean, that's what I do.
All right. So he's going to give you cover. So you're going to go ahead and roll. This will determine both of your.
That 20 and a 3.
And a 20 and a 3.
Yeah. So it's
Dex
just
save?
just Dex.
Dex save.
Dex save. So that's 12.
12?
Yeah.
That's just what you needed in order to avoid these falling rocks here. Thankfully, rocks fall. You do not die, thankfully, and you do make it through this hallway in one piece. Go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
All right. That's a 15.
15. No complications for you, Elias, as you make it to the end of the hallway, find the open door, and you are back in the black and white checkered room where you first met your elf friend.
To do a cure light wounds on Stig.
You're going to go ahead and do a cure light wounds on Stig? All right, go ahead and roll for heal.
24.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
Back to double digits. Yay.
All right. Backwards here. See if there's anything in regards to square tiles. All right. So you find the stairway that leads down into the sandpit room. You do, however, also see an additional wooden door that leads possibly somewhere else.
Oh, choices. I like choices.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to go ahead and push through this door? Okay. I need you to roll me a Constitution save, please.
There we go. 21.
21? Okay. You only take 10 damage as the lock electrifies you. Or as the door electrifies you as you grab onto it.
Has anybody ever told you you're a mean DM?
Are they supposed to
Well,
do
I would
that?
hope so, especially in this case. All right. This does, however, bring you to an outside staircase that leads back down into the room that you guys entered through. So you see the noose hanging from the ceiling and the sewer grate that leads back down into the sewers.
Hey, another chance to try it.
Knock yourself out, man.
No, you. Whatever.
What happens if you pull on the noose?
You want to give it a shot? Give it a yank. It's a beam above you as the tower has been crumbling significantly. Shatters.
I feel
and
I should
the
have seen
ceiling
this coming.
begins to fall down. I need everybody now to make dex saves to see if you can get into the grate before the tower comes down on top of you.
That is a
Everything about that was a dumb idea.
25.
In retrospect,
25?
I agree with that.
To 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
22.
Well, danger sense let me use advantage on it.
It would, because you do see it coming.
Right? That's fine then. 24.
24.
Oh, wait. I have a one-time use add a d10 to my roll, which before I find out,
Yes, you should.
it's going to get me up to 17.
17. You all slide down into the grate as you see Elias, your lawyer, reaching down to grab onto the rung just below. The rocks fall and crush him. The bottom half of his body pinned to the floor above you, the top half hanging down. Would you like any last words?
Do you think that's coming out of our paycheck?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's worth it though.
really did want to learn to play the keyboard.
Oh.
As Elias passes away.
We're not doing
Elias,
bad.
your consciousness is still somehow attached to this realm. You are now ghost. You have one action and one action only, which is interact. You cannot speak, you cannot communicate with the other players here. You all reach down, you finally tread down into the sewers, and you see a noxious green gas flowing towards you. You believe this may have something to do with the effect of the device that Sladvena had created. What do you do?
Oh, we should have stopped that device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a device.
That's very divisive, actually.
Yeah, dummy. It's probably in
You
the
really have only
contract.
two
and the-
choices here. Do you run towards it, or do you run away?
Isn't it? The rest of,
Well,
like,
the running
glass?
away goes back up into the
You
collapsed
do
thing in the
have
squished
a
man.
tunnel on either side.
Oh,
There's a tunnel on
I
either
think
side.
away, right?
Away.
We
Yeah,
usually go
I mean,
away
you
in
know,
our
it's-
podcast.
You run away.
It doesn't smell any better.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
The
No, so
band
we've got
final
bugger all
nap.
luck running towards.
So the band final nap runs away to play another day. Their lawyer Elias sadly falling to the traps of the mad vampire Sladvena. You watch from outside the town as it fills with a noxious green gas, and the groans of the enthralled civilians reach your ears. You will not be playing your gig tonight, but you will play again.
You know, that could have gone worse.
It could have.
Yeah,
It could have. I mean, there was that entire time when they set us up to do the other thing.
We could focus on the negative,
Right.
but we should focus more on the positive.
Yeah.
I was definitely getting fired anyway, so.
Thank you for joining, everybody. This was Final Nap.
That's it. We're not doing it.
Thanks, team.
We're done.
Nice.
We off?